Emotional abuse, unlike its physical counterpart, doesn't really manifest in visible scars or bruises that are easily detectable. In terms of prevalence, a worldwide analysis estimated rates of 12.7% for sexual abuse, 16.3% for physical neglect, 18.4% for emotional neglect, 22.6% for physical abuse, and 36.3 for emotional abuse. So these data indicate that childhood maltreatment is globally widespread, affecting the lives of millions of children. Emotional abuse weakens the individual's emotional development and sense of self-worth that can have lifelong damaging effects. I grew up with an emotionally abusive father, so I'll be speaking from experience. Here are 9 signs of emotional abuse from parents. So, number one, you experience random emotional outbursts. Do you tear up easily or find it hard to control your emotions? When the child grows up in an environment where they were constantly reprimanded or had their emotional needs neglected, they are more likely to experience their emotions in extremes. This makes it difficult to achieve self-composure. They may demonstrate high spirits when they get validation from others, but hit rock bottom at the snap of a finger when they aren't getting the attention or support they crave. So, number two, you are overly affectionate to strangers, or you're super kind to people you haven't known for a very long time. People who never received unconditional love from their parents will try to make up for the cruelty they grew up with by nurturing others instead. They never want someone else to experience the same trauma as they did. So practicing empathy comes naturally to them. Number three, you have little to no friends. Do you isolate yourself from others or feel painfully shy around new faces? Children who are emotionally abused will often lack the proper social skills they need to form connections. Consequently, they may either find themselves in toxic relationships, often mistaking them for normal ones, or avoid commitment altogether in fear of getting hurt again. Number four, you aren't confident about your future. Victims of emotional abuse often grow up with parents who criticized and belittled them and dismissed their feelings. As a result, they are likely to grow up being pessimistic. This can prevent them, not all, from going after their dreams as they run away from their true potential. You constantly repress your emotions. Parents who emotionally abuse their kids do not create a safe space where it made them feel okay to cry. Instead, their kids might have grown up in fear, afraid of doing something that would upset or anger their parents. Consequently, like brave little soldiers at a young age, they learn to bottle up their feelings for survival. Some may even grow up resorting to drugs and alcohol as a poor coping mechanism. Number six, you don't know who you are. Do you struggle with establishing a strong identity or often feel like you're stuck in a limbo? If you grew up with parents who are controlling, emotionally manipulative, parents who constantly criticize, verbally abuse, they've raised you to be codependent. As a result, you never had full control over your own life and in shaping your own identity. For some of us, it's the other way around. We made deliberate effort, conscious effort, to not be codependent. Number seven, you often seek validation from others. Victims of emotional abuse usually lack self confidence. In order to make up for those feelings of worthlessness, they may take great measures, such as people pleasing, in order to feel loved and appreciated, whether it means putting on a facade on social media or making up white lies just to stay on someone's good side. This can cause them to struggle with authenticity. Number eight, you're highly self critical. Did your parents put a lot of pressure on you as a child? When you're expected to reach high, unrealistic expectations, you may not feel like you're good enough if you aren't always working yourself to the bone. You may also end up becoming a perfectionist and not allow yourself to be human. So, this happened to me. So, this particular point is my story. This is me. Number nine, you experience a lot of guilt. Children with emotionally abusive parents can grow up with guilt issues. When they try to establish boundaries and seek emotional support from others, their parents may guilt trip them into isolating themselves. Oh, looks like you've forgotten about me, or don't you love me, are phrases to watch out for. If you grew up with emotional abusive parents or parents, for you to live a normal life, you must be deliberate and intentional in constantly working on yourself, else you'll grow up terribly affected. I had to constantly work on myself, like I said, in order not to allow it to affect me. In fact, I'm still a work in progress, and I say it all the time. Were you a victim of emotional abuse or know someone who was? We encourage our community members to be vulnerable. Tell your story today. If you'd like to make a difference, be sure to share this video as well to spread awareness. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with your family, friends, and loved ones so we can keep making them. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and don't forget to click on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any video. Also, be sure to check out our other videos as well.